Welcome to U.S. Law Shield TV. I'm Sam Malone, your host in Houston. Now, is it possible to talk about Second Amendment issues? Is it possible to talk about self-protection with your gun issues and do it in a funny way? There's a great guy out there I've known for years named Austin Davis, a former police officer, instructor, and he actually brings funny crime to you. It's a way of making you learn, pay attention. Austin, welcome to the show.
Sam, thanks for having me out.
Can one talk about this subject in a funny way?
I think it's the only realistic way to try to learn the material. I mean, if you're freaked out, you're not exactly in a receptive learning environment.
You talk about, okay, a man comes into your home and he has a gun, what will you do? And you start to get, I don't know, very, morbid, morose about it, maybe possibly depressed. How do you teach this subject with comedy?
Well, it kind of is my whole background. I'm the man who invented comedy defensive driving in this state many, many years ago. So for me, putting safety and comedy together works well. As a former comedian and as a former police officer, it's sort of a natural. What's interesting is if you ever get in a really bad crime situation, a critical dynamic incident, you go, you ever make that noise? You're freaked out. Your prefrontal cortex goes south, you lose fine motor skill. Well, I can't have my crowd all freaked out either and try to learn. So if I can make you laugh, you'll tend to remember the material better.
Okay, could you give me that sound again? Because I really want to learn it.
The phone rings before you can pick it up. The speakerphone goes, "It's your son's school calling." Open an envelope. It says, IRS audit. You're driving on the street, see your ex-wife coming out of a gun store. That's a double. That's two right there.
All right, I'm busted. I'm laughing in the face of danger, and I feel good about it, too.
That's important.
Now, you will be teaching a course, Laughing in the Face of Danger in Houston, coming up March 8th. Tell us about that.
We'll be at the Arabian Shrine Temple, and we'll be doing a function there with Texas Law Shield, one of my favorite businesses, to say the least. And we'll be doing my Laughing at Danger there, so need to stop on by and see it.
And now, let's say people have never, ever fired a gun before. Will they feel comfortable? Will they feel knowledgeable when they sit and laugh at danger?
Yeah, one of the things you'll be probably surprised at, number one, is how quickly the time flies. When you use a stand-up comedy format, the time goes a lot quicker. But the other thing, too, is gunfighting is a very, very small part of really surviving a critical dynamic situation. If you think about it, when can you draw your gun? If you don't have decent door locks, that shotgun in your closet may not do that well. If you don't have a plan on how you're going to park and deal with the parking lot, that gun may not work. If all you have is a hammer, suddenly all your problems look like a nail. Well, I want to kind of expand your reality and realize that your safety may be more part of your total overall sort of defensive living plan.
Outstanding. For more information, go to gunlawseminar.com and get your tickets for Austin Davis laughing at danger. Gunlawseminar.com. Austin, thanks for taking time to join us on U.S. Law Shield TV.